So I wanted to just explain to you that there's a difference in the pages panel. There's an upper portion and a lower portion, and the upper portion is called the global pages. These two pages, the master, they're called a master by default, and master pages we're going to get into later, but just a quick overview. Anything you put on a master page, and this is what they look like here, just two pages side by side, will go on every single page that's assigned. And you can have more than one set of master pages. It's by default you only get one, and then you could add more. But if you notice, it says A master, and then all of the documents have a little A, because all of these documents are assigned to the A master. But you can do a B master, a C master, and so on, and then assign different pages, different master pages. And so on a master page, you would put the page number and a header and a footer. If you remember in the document, headers and footers are, let's see, okay, a header. Do we have any headers and footers? Okay, for this newsletter, there's not really any footers. Little subtitle things on the bottom that explain, like for example, in our textbook, it says chapter 8. And whatever chapter you're on, it says it at the very top of the page around right here, and then also the name of the page on the other side of the spread. So that's a master page item because it appears in the same place on every single page. And there's other things you can do on master pages, but like I said, we're going to get more into that later. But Terry Ryberg just wanted to introduce that's what the two sections are. The lower section is the local section, just like applying things to individual pages, and then the upper section would be applied to multiple pages. Okay, and then we need to add some guides to our document. So right now I'm in master page mode, so I have to remember double click on the spread that I want to be on because I don't want to add anything to master page. Make sure to check your pages panel to see what page you're working on. Now that you have more pages, you got to keep track of that. And then we're going to add some guides. So I'm going to grab my ruler and pull down a guide onto my cover page, page 1, which, like I said, don't pay attention to this. This is page 4. This is the back side of the spread, and this is the front side. Just think that that's where the fold's going to be. And then for that guide, I'm going to just enter the location because I find that easier just to enter it. And it says it's 2.25. Okay, and then for the second spread, I'm going to double click the second spread. It's the inside spread. They said click anywhere outside of one of the pages and then drag down a ruler. And if you notice, when I get to a page, it starts jumping to one page or another. But if you let go of the guide when you're outside of either page, then the guide goes all the way across, which is what I want because I want this guide to cover both pages of the spread so that things line up on both sides, since they are going to look they're going to be next to each other, so they need to look nice together. So then I'm going to go and change my guide to 0.16 or 1.65 and hit enter, and it moves it down for me so I don't have to try to figure it out. Get it just right. I like entering it. And then next we're going to cover something called snippets. We're going to start placing items in our document that are repeated throughout the newsletter. So let me show you. A snippet is basically a saved copy of an item that will be repeated in a publication. So for example, this nameplate here, Healthy Pets, it appears on every newsletter and it appears in the same place, same location every time. So in InDesign, you can actually save individual little sections of a newsletter that you know will appear in the same place every time, and then save it as a snippet, and then load it again, place it again into another document so it's always available. You don't have to start the document from scratch every time. So she's already saved a folder full of snippets for us, and I'm going to go ahead and place them. But before I do that, I'll just place them in just a second.